why don't you give us three tips that most people don't talk about when it comes to finding the right podcast, being a great guest, and creating opportunities in that in that episode. Three tips that most people don't talk about in your opinion.
Yeah, sure thing. So, first tip would be always have a clear next step. This is something that was drilled into me by a sales coach that I worked with years ago back in 2018. And he would always clear next step, clear next step. And it took a while for me to understand what that meant. So, whenever you guest on a show, you've got access to that host audience, obviously. But like I mentioned before, you've got access to your own audience. As soon as have somebody hear your episode, what is the next thing you want them to do? And I bet you it's not to just listen to the episode and say, cool story, bro, and keep scrolling. You want them to take some kind of an action, some kind of yeah, I want to comment this in order to get access to this freebie, or I want to join this community, which I'll talk about here in one of the other three tips. But as long as you keep in mind, I'm always going to have a clear next step. I don't want to just go get on a show and then leave and not have anything to show for it. That's what most people do when they get out there in the podcasting world. And then they're doing the hand raise thing. I've been on 718 shows. I haven't made a dollar. That's sad. That's like hours of your life wasted. Don't do that. Tip number two is to make it have some kind of an easy way for you to continue nurturing people. Not everybody that listens to the show is going to resonate, and not everybody who resonates is going to take action and want to come closer to you. But when they do, make it as easy as possible for them to get into an environment where you can have some two-way communication. Okay. Not a mailing list. Mailing lists are great, but they're more of a one-way communication. I'm a big fan of doing like weekly calls on Zoom with my community, and I'm enabling them to bring other people into the community as well. Make that bar super low. Okay. Make it obvious what it is that they're going to get out of it, because the more that you can nurture those people and they can feed back to you and you can give to them and they can give back to you, you're going to be pulling clients out of there. You're going to have a lot more success if you can just keep touching people week after week, day after day, month after month. And then the third thing is really, and I mentioned this before, but get super clear on your offer. If you're a business owner and people say, well, what do you sell? And you're like, well, I do a little bit of that. It's like, this isn't like a menu at a restaurant. Okay. Have one thing that you can pour yourself into, that you can constantly modify as needed, but make sure that you know this is what I'm doing. This resonates with me, who I am. I'm tapping into my gifts and my skills, talents, and abilities. I know that this solves a problem for people, not the symptom of the problem, but the actual honest to God problem. And it is clear. If somebody were to sit me down and keep feeding me espresso and pastries, it's like I should be able to explain this end to end exactly how this works, because they're not going to be paying me for my time. They're paying me for their time. They could go on Google and learn how to do all this stuff, but they value their time. If it's obvious I know how to do it, why not just pay me to do it, right? So those three things, making sure you have a clear next step, making sure you have a good nurturing container, and then making sure you've got a really good offer, you're going to be successful in the podcasting world.